Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we take a look at the new skin which is coming out with the new gold pass in the next month. So this is going to be a new skin, which means a lot of us kind of hoped for that it might be a Royal Champ skin, but Supercell said that there are not that many players actually on Town of 13, which means a Royal Champion skin wouldn't be really worth it. So what I hope is that since it's kind of unlikely that it's going to be any new Royal Champ skin in the new gold passes, I hope that there's going to be a Royal Champ skin in the shop. That's my hope, but let's see how this works. The skin which is coming out the next month is going to be the Primal King skin, which is going to be in the new set, which is a set around a couple of different skins, which is going to be the same one as, for example, for the Warden. As soon as you select him, he's like smashing the ground. Looks actually pretty cool, but sadly, so far that's the only cool effect which I saw on the skin. But I think what we should do, let's take him into battle and see what he's actually doing over there. Maybe there are cool special effects, so let's see. As soon as we place him, he looks kind of normal. He looks kind of like the normal King skin as well, just with this small bone sticky. And well, as soon as you hit the ability, it looks pretty normal as well. So in my opinion, I don't know, maybe a little bit disappointed, but hey, there could be one more thing. For example, if the Jolly King skin is dying, there's snow above his head, which means it's a special effect. So let's see if that happens, which means now, well, we have to wait until he dies. And the level 70 King, it takes a while. It takes actually a while until the King is dying, and so we have to wait a little bit longer and longer, get a nice achievement, and longer. And finally, he's dead. And you guys can see as well, there's no special effect. So if it's up to me, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that skin, to be honest. The only reason why I think I will buy it is because of the set, which means you can have the Primal Warden, the Primal King. I guess there's going to be a Primal Queen as well. And I don't know, maybe at some point the Royal Champion as well. But either way, it looks kind of decent. And, well, it is what it is. We know we were kind of happy with the new Queen skin which came out, even though she was pretty expensive, but she looked pretty cool. So let's take a look at the next thing. And we want to take a look at the war which happened in WHF. But if you're buying the new gold skin, guys, if you're buying the new skin and the new gold pass, well, just use my code if you want to support me. If you like what I'm doing over here on my channel, you could just support me with using the creator code iTzu. You can find it in your settings and in-game settings. And, well, that's kind of easy. So, guys, thank you so much for the support. Let's take a look at the attacks. This time we're taking a look at a lot of dragon attacks. So, the first one is going to be a dragon, basically a mass dragon attack combined with the Yeti blimp. We will see a couple of different variations of that one over the entire video. We will see later on a queen charge with a Yeti blimp and dragon, and then we will see a queen charge with a Yeti blimp, with dragons, with bats. Yes, that's what I thought as well when I saw the attack. So let's get into it and start with the first one, which is going to be the kind of Electron, the Yeti blimp, the new version of Electron Dragon, the Yeti blimp dragon. And this one is going to be from Wasman, as you can see, guys. And then he's only dropping the Yeti blimp into the eagle compartment, which means the Yetis should take care of most of that stuff, which means he's not only taking out the enemy eagle, but he's taking out the enemy scattershot as well, which is crazy, crazy value. He took out with only this blimp and a rage. He took out the eagle, the scattershot, the X-bow. It's crazy. So even though the Edirects are pretty strong and the Electron are pretty strong, this new Yeti blimp is just taking over. It's crazy. So let's take a look at how the rest of the attack goes. There are a lot of dragons at the town hall, but either way, they're not enough, especially against the sweeper, to take the town hall down early. But the good thing about dragons and an air sweeper is that most of the time the timing is right. That the air sweeper is actually pushing the dragons out of the air conditioner sweep, whatever how you want. I don't know how to call that, but you know what I mean. So that's always a really, really big thing, especially talking about dragons, because sometimes you can use your warden ability really early on if you have a sweeper pointing towards the town hall, and then you can still just dodge the giant or the giga bomb and have basically no damage on your dragons. That's pretty cool and sometimes pretty useful as well if you know that. And well, This attack is going to be pretty close, but in the end, the Warden is gonna clutch it. It's gonna clutch the enemy Arch Tower, and with that, you have the Warden on the one side to clean up, and the Dragons on the other side. And this means this is going to be a triple by Wasman. Really nice attack by him. Well done by with the Yeti blimp. It looks pretty cool. And well, I think we should get into the next attack. And like I said, we have a couple of pretty cool attacks coming up. The next one is going to be a Yeti blimp with a Queen charge and with dragons. So we're adding every single time something to the party, which means like from the last attack from Wasman to this one, we're adding the Queen charge. And on the next one, we're adding the bad spells. Like that's, I don't know how this guy came up with the plan. But either way, let's take a look at this one. And guys, if you want to completely wreck in the Clan War League in next season, make sure to use the Yeti blimp. The current layouts which are out there at the moment are not designed to defend that, which means it's super crucial that you can execute that attack. It's really important and just super important to know the attack strategy, because most of the casual clans, I would call, and yes, there are casual clans in Champion 1, because there's so many clans out there, they do normally only copy bases, and this means there's always a delay. Like, since the Town of 13 Cup, there are a couple of bases which can actually defend the Yeti blimp, since like it's always for the base builders to adapt, and this is a kind of new strategy. So there are always new strategies coming out, and this means base builders need time to adapt. But so far, with all of those clans just copying bases, this means, well, they have not adapted yet, because they have not copied any new bases yet, most likely, which means you guys can just completely smash in the Legend League, in the Clan War League, with using the Yeti blimp. But let's take a look at this one, and he was actually pretty, I don't know, unlucky, didn't really pay attention, I don't know, but he had actually a Ground Warden, which caused the enemy clan castle to come out, which means this attack went already not as good as he would have liked it to be, and this makes it even more impressive that he's still making it through with the Queen charge and with the dragons. Even though the Queen is now dying, this means the healers are switching now over to the own Royal Champion, which means she will stay alive and will carry the entire attack. Even though there are dragons alive, yes, I know, but nonetheless, the Royal Champion will be the key in this attack, because she's staying alive, really clutch with the healers, and this means she can clear up everything in the back end, like the Tesla, the Wizard Tower, etc. So everything will be taken out by the Royal Champ, and this means this is going to be the next triple. And now we're getting to the attack, which all of you guys are waiting for, and which I put on the thumbnail, and I want to highlight once again, I don't know how this guy came up with this plan, like, I have no clue, but, well, I have no words, basically. So let's take a look at the attack, and let's, well, you guys can decide whether you would have come up with that plan or not. So let's take a look, and this one is going to be on the number 7, I think. And Freeze is going to do the attack, and he is having, like I said, Queen charge, dragons, in the blimp there's the Yetis, and then bats. What the heck? Okay, either way, let's take a look at how he's doing it. So first off, he's starting with his Queen Walk, only 4 healers. The next thing which he's going to do is drop the blimp into the Queen compartment to take out that Inferno Tower and create pathing, not only for his Queen, but as well for later on for his dragons. That's like a multitasking blimp, basically, which is not only creating pathing for the Queen, but for the dragons as well. So it's like really, really good value. So what it does as well, it lures the enemy clan castle out. So the next thing which he's going to do is he's dropping the bats onto the Wizard Tower at the bottom of the base, because he sees, okay, there's no other splash damage around, which means like it's an easy skeleton, an easy bat target. And what this does, once again, it takes damage off his Queen. It makes sure that his Queen cannot get into the range of the single Inferno Tower, because the single Inferno Tower is gone. Next thing what this does is he's taking out the enemy Eagle, which means it's less damage on his dragons and his Queen. And then he's starting off with his Royal Champ and his King at the upper right side to make a perfect funnel for his dragons to get into the Town Hall. Now he has 2 freezes left. Those 2 freezes are getting invested into the enemy Sweeper and the enemy Town Hall. That's like super much value once again. And you can see why this attack works, because every single troop, every single spell, every single, like, whatever he uses, like hero, whatever, has multiple reasons why he put that out. Like, for example, the blimp, funnel for Queen and dragons. The bats, damage on, less damage on his dragons, and better pathing for his queen. Enemy hero, like his own heroes for the pathing for the dragons, getting a couple of value defenses down. So many things which happen over there. It's just crazy. So heads off to the Freeze. Really great attack. I don't know if we had this base as FC or something like that, but it was a crazy cool attack. I really like that one. And I don't know, like bats and dragons and the queen walk. To me, this sounds pretty cool. So guys, I hope you liked this video today. And I'll see you guys hopefully back tomorrow. If you want to see me using dragons, hop over into the live stream today on Twitch. Even though it will be in German, there's going to be a lot of action over there. So if you want to watch that, come over and enjoy the stream. Otherwise, if you're buying the Gold Pass, remember to use code iTzu if you want to support me and my channel. And I will see you guys hopefully back tomorrow for the next video. So see you guys until then, and bye bye.